Hello. Let's do this then, shall we? Let's see how long it takes for Gloria to die in the third scenario of the Dream Eater's Web of Dreams campaign. Hello. Right. I've pre-laid all of the locations out, as you can see, including the ones it tells you to set aside, but I've stuck these to remind me that they're not there yet. I've never played this scenario before. I have looked through it and I do know that there's 3 locations that I need to have 3 clues to be able to progress. So I've just stuck these little 3 dice just as a reminder where they are. Randolph did not survive the descent, so I've got version 1 of Act 1, entering the underworld. I have upgraded Gloria's deck with a slightly upgraded Shriveling to replace one of the base ones that she's got, one of the 2 base ones she's got, and I put a second, what's it called? Seal of the 7th Sign. But I'm sure there'll be stuff in here that's going to catch me out, because like I say, I've not played this scenario before, because that's the most sensible approach to take when you're in a competitive league. Right, let's draw my opening hand. Let me just do some encounter card shuffling on camera just to make sure that I can't be accused of seeding the deck or anything. I'll do a little mash. Cut, and then that will do. Right, let's draw my opening hand. Shriveling, base, Spectral Razor, shortcut, quiche, upgraded Shriveling. So I'll keep the upgraded Shriveling. Quiche depends on whether I get the other cards I want or not. Might keep the quiche. Shortcut, I think I'll leave shortcut for now. Spectral Razor, that was my other option if my Shriveling didn't come up, so I'm going to ditch those 3, I think. Let me go Promise of Power, St. Hubert, and Inquiring Mind. Okay, so there we have my opening hand. I think investigators start at the Vaults of Zin. I can't remember. It would make sense because that's like top left and furthest from everywhere you need to go. Let me just quickly check. I shut it down, didn't I? Come on. Vaults of Zin. I was right. Okay. So there I am at the Vaults of Zin. 3 shroud, 1 clue per investigator. Veiled, 1 victory point. So if I want my points, I need that location. So for my first action, I will play Emergency Quiche to gain 3 resources. Then I will pay 3 for shriveling, which comes with 4 charges. I'll just tool up this first round, and then I will pay 4 for Hubert. So that gives me a +1 on willpower. That's putting me on a 6, and +1 on book, which puts me on a 5, but -2 on a sanity, so that puts me on ridiculous 7. There we go. And that's my first go done. I have not got Alyssa Graham, so I can't do my special ability of checking the deck. That's what I should have really been mulliganing for. No enemies in play. Ready cards, card and a resource. I draw a ward of protection and a resource. Doom on the agenda. 1 out of 5. And we draw our first encounter card. It is a Hunting Ghast. This is a great start for Gloria, the one who cannot fight or run. I think can I use water protection to cancel that? I'm not familiar with mystics. It's fast, so I can play it in a player window. His revelation effect would be that he's spawned, but he doesn't have a revelation effect, so I'm guessing it probably doesn't apply here. It's like your treacheries that have a revelation effect, so I've got to deal with him, haven't I? This could be fun. Right, well, at least I've got my shriveling anyway. So we've got my Doom, got my encounter card. Action 1, let's shrivel the Ghast. So I will use my first action to do a shrivel. I will fight using my willpower instead of fight, so that's a 6 on a 2. And I get +2 intellect, so that's an 8 on a 2. And I deal +1 damage. 8 on a 2. Elder Sign. Look at the top card of the encounter deck. Well, I've killed him, but I get to look at the top card of the encounter deck. I'm guessing that means Gloria's reaction ability triggers, because it's her Elder Sign is look at the top card of the encounter deck, and her reaction is when you look at a card from the encounter deck, look at an extra one. Right, so I've got Whispers of Hypnos. Choose a skill for the remainder of the round, it's -2. Just for 1 round, or Grasping Hands, which will give me a fall test. So I think given that Gloria only has an evade of 1, I think I just discard the Grasping Hands and put that one back. And the Hunting Ghast is killed. So that was my first action, 1 charge spent. Second action, let's investigate. I'll put the clue out, haven't I? I suppose I have to put all of these out because there's no revelation, there's no reveal, so I lose the trigger to do that. Right, so I need to get all 3 of these clues anyway. So let us investigate. So it's a 5 on a 3. 5 on a 3. -1. That's a pass. That's my second action. And then my third action will be to move to Plane of the Ghouls. Oh, I'll move down here. Action economy. Third action move. Alyssa Graham sadly is not around. No enemies in play. Ready cards. Card and a resource. And I draw another quiche. And a resource. Doom on the agenda. So that flips to 2. And we draw our first encounter card, which this time we know what it is. Choose a skill. For the remainder of this round, I get -2 to the chosen skill you cannot choose. I'm going to choose Fight. No, hang on. Yes. After you enter City of Gugs, flip it over and resolve the text on its other side. So I should have done this at the end of the last turn. Spawn the set-aside Gug Sentinel enemy at this location with 1 clue per investigator on it. Test evade of 3. So Gug Sentinel. Oh, there he is. Set-aside Gug Sentinel with 1 clue per investigator on it. Test evade of 3. That's not going to be good, is it? My evade is 1 with no boosts. So I fail. So he is engaged with me. Right, so now I'm back in the Mythos phase, because that should have happened as soon as I moved in there on last turn. Which means he should have attacked me last turn, doesn't it? So that should be 2 damage and 1 horror. This could be a very short game. I'm now at 3 out of 5 health gone with no soak. Okay. Oh dear. Right. So now I'm dealing with Whispers of Hypnos. I will choose my combat skill because I'm planning to fight him with Shriveling if I can. Yes. I will fight him with Shriveling. So I've chose combat to be 0. I haven't got an easy way of blanking that out. I'll cover it up with that. No combat, can't see it. Right. So that was my encounter card, so I'm moving on to my first action, which unsurprisingly is to try and shrivel the Gug Sentinel. I am going to, so I've removed a shriveling token. I'm going to do him with 6, 7, 8 on a 5. 8 on a 5, and the bag contains 8 on a 5. Damage on this card, or should I have put some damage on that card to start with? It was something to do with the stop it. No, there are no steps on the bridge. That was what I was thinking. Right. I do really apologise, whoever is scoring me. I am making a right pigs here of just basic ability to play the game here. So, I am using Shriveling on the Gug. I am Shriveling with 6, 7, 8. The worst token there is a -3, but I think there are -4s in the bag. It does feel a waste, but I'm going to throw this wall. No, I'm going to throw Inquiring Mind. Is it total waste? Or shall I risk it? 8 on a 5, so I'm 3 up. Going to 11 on a 5 seems like total overkill. I could go to 9 on a 5 by throwing the ward in. But without having Alyssa, I think I need a little bit of protection from the counter deck. So let's do this. 8 on a 5, and I draw an Elder Thing, which is -3, so that's a pass. So that's +1 damage, so that's 2 damage to the Gug Sentinel. He is dead, 1 victory point. So that was my first action. My second action, we will investigate the city of Gugs. My investigation is 5 on a 2. I didn't do the veil. Reveal the veil. Do you have to do the veil? Shall I just start again? Veil something you have to do, or something you should. Oh, why does this I keep closing it, don't I? Do apologise, dear scorer. Well, if any consolation, I'm not going to be around much longer because I've only got 2 health. And if there's a chance I should have spawned an enemy there, I should have taken an attack of opportunity by moving away from him, and he would have attacked. Oh. I think I just have to take the penalty and be done with it on this. Unless that revealing the veiled location is optional. Come on, where are you? Ah, right, so I may flip that location, revealing the text on its other side. So, luckily, I didn't have to, and I didn't because it's a bad thing. So, the only reason I looked is because I thought I was supposed to do it. I think I'm safe there then. Please don't penalise me. Right. So my first action done. Second action, I'm going to investigate the city of Gugs. And I can't remember what the veil thing on the back of this one is, so I'm going to say I'm not doing it if I pass this. So this is a 5 on a 2, investigate. It's another -3, that's a pass. So for my second action, I've got that. And for my third action, I'm going to move up to Plane of the Ghouls. Yeah, and that's just reminding me that I can't. So I'm just putting these red things on just to remind me where my victory points are. 3 so far. So that's my go done. No Alyssa. Oh, no Alyssa. No enemies in play. No enemies to attack. Ready cards, card, and a resource. And I draw Ruth Westermacott. I haven't seen her yet. So when an investigator fights, evades, or initiates a skill test on an encounter card, discard an encounter card that shares a trait with that encounter card from beneath Gloria. Well, I'm not using Gloria's ability to stash cards away underneath her to minimise the strength of her weakness. So that doesn't do me anything other than give me some soak, but I do need the soak. So I might bring her out anyway. So basically I can build up cards under Gloria. Sorry, that should be done now. And use Ruth to then help me make tests easier. But the balance is, by building up cards under Gloria, her weakness can force them to come out and get her. Right, so card, I don't think I got the resource, so I'll get the resource. Doom with 3 out of 5. And our encounter card is Gain Unknown, it's Rotting Remains, test head of 3. My head is 6, so I think I'm okay. Famous last words. He is okay. She is okay. Right. Action 1. Let's investigate the plane of the ghoulies. Right. 5 on a 4. 5 on a 4, and I'm going to throw in Inquiring Mind. Commit to a skill test only if there is a clue at your location, which there is. So I'm now doing 8 on a 4. Cultist, reveal another token. 8 on a 4. -2. So I get the last clue. I knock my deck over. As a freebie, I will do the veiled check. Having spent considerable time exploring the upper layer, I must spend 3 clues as a group to advance. What did I do with the clue? I think I just put it back in the box, didn't I? Definitely got all 3 clues anyway. So, advance. Put this back. Advance the act. I should have got a clue off the gug, shouldn't I? There was a clue here, clue here, clue here, and a clue on the gug, so I should have a clue spare. Was a clue on the gug sentinel? Yes, he spawned with a clue on him. I just didn't put it on. Ooh, spare clue. Right, you are instructed when to advance. You launch into a panicked exploration. Put each set aside veil location in play. That's these 4. Find each card from the ghouls and the striking fear and remove them from the game. This is where I've shut that window down again, isn't it? No, it's still open. Right, so ghouls are in. There's a ghoul. And striking fear is the 3-pointy triangle, isn't it? I think. So the rotting remains. Ghoul. Ghoul. Striking fear. Ghoul. My stomach is making some very strange noises. I apologise if my microphone is picking this up. Ghoul. Striking fear. Ghoul. Ghoul. That's really shrunken down. So they go out. But coming in is Terror of the Veil and Night Gaunts. And Terror of the Veil is the Slithering D-Hole and crew, and Haunting Night Gaunts. Alright. Along with the discard pile. But not you, Mr. Gug, you did. Go out. I want my Alyssa back. Where is my Alyssa? Okay. On a new encounter deck, complete with the hair. Okay, so we've done that. Then we move on to Act 2A, The Descent. So these 4 veil locations are now revealed. We have 2 clues here, 1 clue here, 1 clue here, and we need 3 clues there. Okay. Part of me thinks I should have done something down here, but I can't remember. I don't care really, I'm just concentrating on the points for now. Okay. So that was, where are we? Lost my Excel. So my first action was investigate. Is that right? That's right. I think that's right. Yeah, I think I moved into there as my last go on the last turn, so I've done my first action, investigate. Do apologise, I'm all sniffly, my eyes are itchy and streaming, it's blooming hay fever. Okay, so for my second action, now that's all revealed, I will move over into the Clag. And for my third action, I don't have any toys on me for getting multiple clues, do I? No. Part of me thinks, I'm not sure, I think maybe I ought to put Ruth out so I've got some soak. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's my third action. No, I haven't got Alyssa, stop tormenting me. No enemies in play. Ready cards, card and a resource, and it's still not Alyssa. But it is the seal of the 7th sign, which would be useful if I still had money, but I might be tempted to put that out to get rid of the elder sign threat. Not elder sign, tentacles. Resource 2. Doom. We're at 4 out of 5, and we get our next encounter card, which is a hunting ghast. So he's engaged with me. After hunting ghast, enter the location with a gug enemy. Well, there isn't one, so that's okay. That's interesting. Oh, so the Gugs take the ghasts. Ready each Gug enemy and deal a damage to the hunting ghast. Right. Okay, action 1. Well, let's shrivel the ghast. 6, 7, 8 on a 2. Would be another token. 8 on a 2. -3, that's still a pass. It deals +1 damage, so the ghast is dead. That was my first action. Second action, we will. Do I investigate or do I get the 7th sign out? Well, there's no point in having these toys if you're not going to play with them. A second action, we will do emergency quiche to get 3 resources. I'll just use that token. Third action, seal of the 7th sign, cost me 4. Seal the the tentacles on it. There you are. No more tentacles. And that has 7 charges. I use a dice rather than taking my token. So every time I reveal one of the symbols, it loses a charge. And when it's got no seals, no charges left, the seal it goes back in the bag. Put Edwina back in bowl. Right. So that's my 3 actions done. Alicia can't do anything. No hunter enemies. No enemies to attack. Ready cards, card and a resource. I draw a shortcut. Draw a resource. Doom goes to 5 and the agenda advances. Sudden wave of pain. Nausea passes over you. Place a damage on the scenario card. Agenda 2A, beset by monsters, threshold of 4, and we get our encounter card, which is a Hunting Ghast again. She's really milking my shrivelling, isn't she? Right. Action 1, shrivel the ghast. So again, it's 8 on a 2. There's no tentacles in there, that's a pass. Ghast is dead. Shrivelling charge is spent. Shrivelling goes away because it's empty. I think that's how that's supposed to work. Okay. Action 2. Investigate. We will investigate with a 5 on a 3. 5 on a 3, and we draw a +1. So I've got one of those clues with my second action. With my third action, we will investigate again. 5 on a 3, -2. I'm not going to do the veil location, just on the off chance that it could be something nasty. That's another victory point. And that's my third action. No Alyssa, no enemies, ready cards, card and a resource. Another ward of protection. And my resource. Doom, we go to 1 out of 4. And we get our encounter card, which is Whispers of Hypnos. Choose a skill. I will choose Fight. I don't think I need to fight this turn. I've already got enough clues to do that. But I want to, excuse me, I want to try and maximise my victory points, if at all possible. So something's going to happen there when I flip that, but I can't remember what it is. First treachery drawn during the Mythos phase by an investigator at this location gains Surge, so I should have had a second one. Lose 1 resource, choose and discard a card from your hand. I'll lose a resource, choose and discard a card from your hand, I'll lose shortcut. Okay. So my action 1 was dealing with the enemy. Action 2, let's go to the Sea of Bones. And action 3, let's investigate. 5 on a 2. What a sign. Wow. So I get the clue. Let's deal with this in order. I have to flip the card. If there is no D-hole tunnel at this location, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a D-hole tunnel and attach it to this location. There is no slithering D-hole in play, so I can ignore the second bit. So I need to put the D-hole tunnel at this location, which is going to be one of these cards I've just put in, isn't it? D-hole tunnel. So if it's in play, it moves and attacks. Otherwise, attach it to the location. So it does bring the D-hole back from the victory display. Now I'll do the Elder Sign ability from that location to look at the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Which shall I choose? They are both test evade. Well, I do have promise of power. Move to a central location. Where is a central location? It's there, isn't it? Or there. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? So discard one, put one back. Well, unless I could put it bin. Oh no, discard one. Okay, so that was my second action, wasn't it? I think. Can't remember. Or was that my third action, doing the investigate? I was there. I'd missed the thing, so oh. On that turn, I think I killed the guy, and I moved. Let's say I don't want to risk losing an action, right? Let's agree. Hunter enemies move. No enemies in play, because I killed them all. Wait, but then I got the Whispers of Hypnos and I didn't even choose what skill it was. It would have to have been combat, wouldn't it? No, I honestly can't track. I'm not going to risk having taken an extra action, so I'm going to take it that was my 3 actions that go. Right, no enemies in play. Ready cards, card and a resource. I draw Alyssa Graham, who I can't afford now. Yay. I can almost afford her. Doom goes to 2. Draw our own mystery encounter card. Oh, who would have thought it? It's on Wings of Darkness. I've got a test evade of 4. If it takes me to a central location, I'm not any worse off because I'm still 1 location away from where I want to go. But I do have to take a damage and a horror, so I'd rather not do that. Alice, I'll tell you what, I'll put the Elder Sign back in the bag. That would be good, wouldn't it? I don't think I've drawn any symbols since I put that out. I think it's all been numbers, hasn't it? Right. Test evade of 4. I'm going to... In fact, I'm going to pay 1 for Ward of Protection and just ward it away. Just to reduce the risk of me having to take a damage and a horror and nearly die. Cool. Means it's longer for me to pay for Alyssa, but we'll deal with that. Okay, action 1. We move to the Vale of Panath. It's a Panath, it's a Panath! Right. Second action. Shroud of 4. I'm an investigator 5. How badly do I want this? Action 2. Another way of getting a resource, have I? I could use Promise of Power. Well, that puts a load of curse tokens in the bag, which I need to refresh my memory on what they do. I think they're a minus... Is it -1, draw another card, I think? I really ought to check, oughtn't I? Sorry about this stuttering gameplay. It's weird on this app, the rules are in settings. Curse. -2, reveal another token. Okay. Well, that could be bad when I'm gambling on. Okay, let's draw. Take a resource for my. So I moved. I've taken a resource, and for my third action, do I just try and investigate anyway? Let's try and investigate anyway. 5 on a 4. What's the worst that could happen? 5 on a 4. -2. That's a fair. Okay. Right. No, Alyssa's not around. No enemies in play. Ready cards. Card and a resource. My base shriveling. Doom goes to 3 out of 4. And our encounter card is a Hunting Night Gaunt. While attempting to invade him, double the negative modifier. Well, I can't. Right. Now things got a little tasty, didn't they? Action 1. I am going to... I know I said I wanted Alicia in, but I need to deal with this Night Gaunt. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity, which I will use, which I will hit Ruth with. 1 damage. 1 thing to play Shriveling, which enters play with 4 charges. So it's not quite as good as the other Shriveling, but it will hopefully do. Now I will, so my second action, I will shrivel the Night Gaunt. So this is 6 against a 3. 6 against a 3. 2 damage on the Night Gaunt. That's the 3rd time that's been out this game. It's unbelievable. I also get to look at 2 cards of the encounter deck thanks to her ability. Ancient Evils or Lumbering Gug. I think we get rid of the Lumbering Gug and deal with Ancient Evils. Because that was my second action, and for my third action we will do it again. 6 on a 3. That's a -3, isn't it? Yeah. Hunting Night Gaunt is toast, but that is another turn taken. Okay. Alicia is still in my hand. No enemies in play. Ready cards, card, and a resource. Inquiring Mind. And a resource. Didn't take the 3 off for playing Shriveling, did I? Because I think I have far too many resources there. Yeah, that's about right. Doom, we're at 4. And our counter card is Ancient Evils, which takes it to 5. So the agenda advances. Discard a card at random from your hand or lose 2 resources. Oh, that is not fair, is it? It's a 1 in 4 chance of losing Alyssa, or multiple actions to get enough resources to pay for her. I think I'm going to risk not. I'm going to risk it. So that's the damage on the card. So I just want to make sure I'm not accused of. So we go. We'll use a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 is roll again. 4. It's promise of power. Cool. Worth it. So then that agenda, I put the damage card on the scenario, and then we shuffle the discard power back into the counter deck and reset. done my encounter because it was Ancient Evils that advanced. Okay. Action 1, investigate. 5 on a 4. I will commit Inquiring Mind to make it 8 on a 4. It's a skull, so one of those goes. And a skull means -2. So it's still a pass. Get the clue. That's my second action. Come on, tracker, thank you. Flip the veil. I have 3 clues, more than 3 clues, so I advance the current act. So that was the descent. Find a way to the Sea of Pitch. Put each set aside depths location into play. This is where I start to run out of space. Shuffle the descent into the pitch and the agents of Atlaknacha into the pit. So again, let's shuffle these up. One of these is the one where I need 3 clues to advance, and who knows which it is. So all 4 of those are connected to the veil where I am now. I need 1 more clue. Oh, that's another victory point, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for my third action, do I move? Objective is find the source of the distortion. So that's going to be one of these C locations, isn't it? Do I move? No, third action, I'm going to take a resource. Stay put. Right, no enemies in play. Ready cards, card and a resource. I draw Spectral Azor. I can now afford Alyssa Graham. Doom, 1. And our encounter is a slithering D-hole. It spawns at the nearest location with an attached D-hole tunnel. So that's there. So he coming to get me. Hunter and Massive. Don't like the slithering D-hole. That was my Doom and my counter. Action 1. Pay 4. Get Alyssa in play. Or do I want the razor? No, I've still got 2 shrivelings for now. Get Alyssa in play. Alyssa gives me +1 book, so I'm now at 6 and 6. I do have charisma, so I am allowed to thing is allies, that's the word. Let's do Alicia's ability to check the top card of the encounter deck, but thanks to Glory I checked 2. It's a Rotting Remains in a D-hole tunnel. So the D-hole tunnel, well, my plan is I'm going to move to one of these locations. So I will be 1 location away from. All of these Sea of Pitch appear to be attached to each other, but whether it's the same when they flip, I don't know. So he will move here at the end of this turn. So hopefully I can just evade him. He's 5 health though, so he's a lot of... I think I lose the D-hole tunnel and stick with Rotting Remains. Okay. So So my action 1 was playing Alyssa, wasn't it? Action 2, we will move to the first Sea of Pitch location. Why am I flipping it? I don't. Okay. And it's Shroud of 2. So my third action is to investigate. 6 on a 2. +1. Get the clue. Look at that veil that I accidentally looked at before. Set all of the clues from each Sea of Pitch aside. Oh, I didn't put them all out. Flip this card back over and shuffle the positions of each copy of Sea of Pitch so you do not know which is which. Oh. Okay, so we set those to the side. We reshuffle the 4. So I was here, wasn't I? I was there, so I've not moved. Then let's just redistribute them as evenly as possible. Well, there wasn't. I'm guessing I can't put one at my location because there wasn't one at my location. So I'm going to just put them back where they were on the bottom 3. And then I'll do the free action to reveal this one. I think that works. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until a spider enemy is discarded and spawn it here with a clue on it. So that's just ruined me knowing the next card. Oh, hang on, I've not put, shouldn't I? I should have put those 2 sets in the encounter deck, shouldn't I? Have I taken a... Oh, okay. Well, they were the only spiders, weren't they? So it would. So anyway, let's find a spider. Grey Weaver. That'll serve me right. Okay. So Grey Weaver, Mr. Weaver is spawned with me, and I'm going to have him heading for me in a moment. So for my third action, I try and shrivel the Weaver. Can't evade him. 6 on a 4. That's not great, is it? Got no money, so I can't use Spectral Razor. Okay, 6 on a 4. It's the outer side. Holy moly. Right. Check the top 2 cards in the encounter deck. Will of the Spider Mother. Or lit by Death Fire. Oh, yeah, I'll stick with the Will of the Spider Mother. 2 damage onto the Weaver. He's going to hit me this turn. But that's my 3 actions done. Alyssa, I did Alyssa, so to speak. Onto enemy's move, so the slithering D hole is now here. I did that location as well, didn't I? I'm here. Each of those 4 are connected to that and each other. Enemies attack, so the Grey Weaver hits me for 1 physical, which I cannot take, so Ruth will take them both, and she is out of here. Right, ready cards, ready Alicia. Card and a resource. I draw Read of the Signs. And the resource of Sulement. Doom goes to 2. Now encounter card is Will of the Spider Mother. Test head of 3. My head is 6. Oops. If there is, I can't see. If there's a spider enemy at your location, well there is, you cannot commit card to this skill test. If you fail, you cannot attack or investigate till the end of the round. Ooh. Okay, so it's 6 on a 3 then. Minus 1. So I passed. I passed the test of the Will of the Spider Mother. Okay, action 1. I need to shrivel again. I'm still going to struggle with the last hit. So I'm doing a 6 on a 4. Minus 4, that's a fail. So now I am out of shrivels. Got a feeling I should have taken a horror or 2 from some of the symbols coming out of shriveling. I think this is going to be game over now, isn't it? So my 3rd action. I can't afford to pay for Spectral Razor. He is going to hit me in the enemy phase for 1 physical and 2 mental, so that will kill Alyssa, and then he will move in. I'm trying to remember now, do you deal with all the attack damage simultaneously? So could both of those? Well, no, because between us, we've only got 1 physical damage and there's 2 heading my way, so I am dead this turn. So I don't think I've done too bad points-wise. I can't do anything about the Weaver because I'm only a 2 combat and a 1 health. I can't afford to pay my Spectral Razor, which would give me an attack of opportunity anyway. Yeah, I think I'm done. So I think at the end of this turn, whatever actions I do this turn, he will hit me for 1 and 2, so that will take out Alyssa. He will move in and hit me for 1 and 1, which will kill me. Dead. Physical damage. That's it. Okay, so points wise, I don't think I did too bad points wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not bad. Not bad. Not missed any, have I? No. So out of interest, where should I have been going? No? That one. Okay. I was going to work this way anyway, but and that one would have let me peek at that one. So then I would have known where I was going, so I could have gone straight there. But never mind. Not bad, not bad. I do enjoy playing Gloria. She's great fun. So thank you very much for watching. Join me again maybe next weekend or the weekend after for the final scenario where we go against Mrs. Big Spider Legs herself. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.